There is a version of feminine energy that most people never talk about. It is not soft. It is not sweet. It is not passive. It is quiet, deliberate, and absolutely magnetic. Dark feminine energy is the part of you that knows your worth so deeply that you do not need to announce it. It is the part that walks away from what does not serve you without looking back. It is the part that draws people in not because you are performing but because you have stopped performing entirely. For centuries, women have been told that their power lies in being agreeable, accommodating, and endlessly giving. Dark feminine energy rejects all of that. It says I will be soft when I choose to be, not because you expect me to be. Today I am sharing 5 secrets to activating your dark feminine energy, and once you understand these, the way people respond to you will change in ways that feel almost supernatural. The first secret is mastering the art of mystery, and this is about understanding that what you withhold is just as powerful as what you reveal. We live in a world that rewards oversharing. Social media has conditioned us to broadcast every thought, every meal, every emotion, every milestone in real time. But the woman who embodies dark feminine energy moves in the opposite direction. She is selective about what she shares and intentional about what she keeps private. This is not about being secretive or playing games. It is about understanding that mystery creates space for fascination. When people cannot fully figure you out, they lean in. They pay closer attention. They invest more energy trying to understand you. Think about the women throughout history who have captivated entire rooms, entire nations. They were never the ones who gave everything away up front. They revealed themselves in layers, at their own pace, on their own terms. In practice, this means you do not need to fill every silence with words. You do not need to explain every decision you make. You do not need to give people the full story when a piece of it will do. When someone asks you something personal, you can answer with a knowing smile and a partial truth that leaves them wanting more. You can share your thoughts without sharing your strategy. You can be warm and open while still keeping your deepest self sacred. The woman who keeps something for herself always has something left when others are depleted. Your inner world is your most valuable territory. Protect it not because you are hiding, but because not everyone has earned access to all of you. The second secret is setting boundaries so firm they need no explanation, and this is where dark feminine energy becomes truly powerful. Most women have been socialized to soften their boundaries with apologies, justifications, and reassurance. No, I am sorry, I cannot make it, I have this thing and I feel so bad about it. That is not a boundary. That is a negotiation, and it invites people to push harder. A woman in her dark feminine energy sets boundaries like she is stating a fact of nature. Not aggressively, not defensively, just with the same quiet certainty as saying the sun rises in the east. This is not available. That does not work for me. I have decided not to. Period. No paragraph of explanation. No apologetic tone. Just clarity. The power of an unexplained boundary is extraordinary. When you do not justify it, people cannot argue with it. There is nothing to push back against because you have not given them a reason to dismantle. You have simply stated your position. This challenges everything women are taught. We are told that saying no without a good reason is rude, that boundaries without softeners are aggressive, that we owe people an explanation for our choices. We do not. Here is the truth that women with dark feminine energy understand in their bones. You will never be able to set a boundary strong enough for someone who has decided it is their right to cross it. So stop trying to make your boundaries palatable. Make them immovable instead. The people who respect your boundaries without needing an explanation are the people who deserve to be in your life. everyone else is revealing exactly who they are. The third secret is wielding emotional intelligence as your most devastating power, and I do not mean being empathetic and nurturing, though you can be both. I mean understanding human emotions so deeply that you can navigate any situation, any person, and any room with precision. Dark feminine emotional intelligence is the ability to read what people are really feeling beneath what they are saying. It is hearing the insecurity behind someone's arrogance, the fear behind someone's anger, the loneliness behind someone's cruelty. And instead of reacting to the surface behavior, you respond to the deeper truth. This gives you an almost unfair advantage in every interaction. While everyone else is reacting to words, you are reading the energy behind them. While others are getting pulled into drama, you are observing the patterns. While someone is trying to provoke you, you remain still because you understand what they are really asking for and you refuse to give them the reaction they need. The dark feminine does not suppress emotions. She feels everything fully. The difference is she chooses whether to express what she feels based on what serves her, not based on impulse. She can feel fury and respond with ice-cold calm. She can feel hurt and choose strategic silence instead of visible pain. She can feel attraction and reveal nothing until she decides the moment is right. This is not manipulation. This is mastery. It is the ability to hold your emotional cards close while reading everyone else's hand. Practice this by becoming an observer before you become a participant. In every interaction, take one breath before you respond. In that breath, ask yourself, what is this person really feeling and what serves me here? That pause will transform every relationship in your life. The fourth secret is radical self-prioritization, and this is the one that will make some people uncomfortable, which is exactly how you know it is powerful. Women are taught from childhood that selflessness is a virtue, that the good woman puts everyone else first, that her value comes from how much she gives, sacrifices, and endures. Dark feminine energy dismantles that programming entirely. It says, I am not selfish for putting myself first. I am strategic. Because when I am full, when I am rested, when I am thriving, everyone around me benefits. But even if they did not, it would still be the right choice. Self-prioritization means you do not cancel your gym session because someone else had a bad day. You do not abandon your goals because your partner feels threatened by your ambition. You do not shrink your dreams to fit someone else's comfort zone. You understand that every time you sacrifice what you need to keep someone else comfortable, you are not being loving. You are being depleted. And a depleted woman eventually resents every person she sacrificed for. The dark feminine woman invests in herself with the same intensity she used to invest in everyone else. Her body, her mind, her rest, her appearance, her skills, her peace. She treats herself like someone she is responsible for taking care of, because she is. She does not wait for permission to prioritize herself. She does not announce it. She simply does it, and she does it without guilt because she has unlearned the lie that her worth is measured by her sacrifice. When you start prioritizing yourself unapologetically, some people will be uncomfortable. Good. Those are the people who were comfortable with your depletion. The fifth and most transformative secret is cultivating magnetic presence, and this is the energy that makes people unable to look away when you walk into a room. Magnetic presence is not about being loud or performing confidence. It is about being so deeply rooted in who you are that you create a gravitational pull wherever you go. Think of a woman who walks slowly, speaks deliberately, makes eye contact that holds instead of darts, and carries herself like she has already won whatever game everyone else is still playing. That energy is not something she turns on for special occasions. It is how she lives. Magnetic presence starts with how you move through physical space. Slow down. A woman in her dark feminine energy is never in a rush because rushing communicates that something outside of her is dictating her pace. She walks with purpose, sits with poise, and occupies space without apologizing for it. Her movements are fluid and intentional, never frantic. It extends to how you speak. Lower your voice slightly. Not to a whisper, but to a register that requires people to lean in rather than lean away. Speak fewer words with more weight behind them. Pause before you respond to questions instead of rushing to fill the silence. Silence is one of the most powerful tools a woman can use because most people are terrified of it and will fill it with truths they never intended to share. But the deepest layer of magnetic presence is energetic. It comes from a woman who has done her inner work. A woman who has sat with her shadows, confronted her wounds, and chosen herself enough times that her self-worth is no longer a theory. It is a lived reality. You cannot fake this energy. You can only build it through consistent self-investment, boundary enforcement, and the willingness to walk away from anything that asks you to betray who you are. When a woman has that foundation, she does not need techniques. She just needs to walk into the room. Here is what I need you to understand about dark feminine energy. It is not about becoming someone new. It is about reclaiming the parts of yourself that the world told you to hide. The mystery was always there. You were just told to be an open book. The boundaries were always there. You were just taught to soften them. The emotional intelligence was always there. You were just conditioned to be reactive instead of strategic. The self-prioritization was always there. You were just shamed into calling it selfish. And the magnetic presence was always there. You were just taught that taking up space was too much. Dark feminine energy is not something you build from nothing. It is something you uncover by stripping away everything that was never yours to begin with. Every expectation you internalized that did not serve you, every role you played to make others comfortable, every version of yourself you performed because the real version felt too powerful. Let her go. The woman underneath all of that performance is the one who commands rooms, builds empires, and attracts everything she desires. She was there all along, waiting for you to stop apologizing for her existence. If something in this video woke up a part of you that has been sleeping, I need you to do two things right now. Hit that subscribe button because we talk about feminine power, self-worth, and becoming the most magnetic version of yourself every single week on this channel. And drop a comment below telling me which of these 5 secrets resonated with you the most. I read every single comment and I will see you in the next one.